Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, um, to game 14 of this year's Couch Cup. And we have the match of Food Please and Peter Host versus JesseTheEmperor and Herr, as we're used to on Nomad. And I think all of them except Herr went with random Civ, so Peter Host actually was able to get the Lithuanians, which have a pretty smooth start on Nomad with the extra food. Food Please got Ethiopians. Maybe it's not his favorite Civ because he's not as good, or he's not so well in microwaving archers. But he has some different options. Now in the red we have Food Please already. Peter was already Xing something, and Food Please is going for the dog in the top left corner. Food Please is now building his town center here. In the meanwhile, Peter Host is building his town center very close to Food Please location. Herr Acker's dog is here, while we see Jesse's on the other side of the shoreline. Okay, Jesse's town center is here and Herr Acker here. So Peter will be the first one with his town center up. So both are Xing each other, and I think at this point they were laughing about the close direction. Or maybe even complaining. So now Peter's town center is already up. Food Please still has a little bit to go. Meanwhile, all of the town centers are up, and Food Please is the last one. Also laming this stone with his starting house. So very well done here. So yeah, we do see the best start for Peter, and yeah.
Ow.
Food Please is starting to scout with a car. Here's his second one. Meanwhile, Peter Host has not scouted a lot, but he has just found one car. He's going, I think, with the second villager for a house and the cow down here. Jesse has a cow standing on the right next to the dog. Let's have a quick look at Herr Acker too. I think Herr Acker was able to see that somewhere's over there because of the stupid thing with the colors around the town center, where you even can't build a town center inside. And he has two cows, a good food connection by his town center. He also sees 3 golds and 1 stone, so Herr Acker has a pretty well town center location with a lot of food, a rhino even down there. Yeah, but Herr Acker is 3 villages behind of Peter, so Peter is still leading. Food Please also has only 10 villages while Peter has 13. But is Peter building a house? Yes, he is. So he won't get housed here. Peter has already 2 fishing ships up. Herr Acker has 3, but Herr Acker was struggling then a lot for food. He has gone for loom, and now Peter sees I think he will see a town center here, because he is losing a cow. But Peter lost his will count to Jesse. Jesse is evened out. He's going for a scouting villager, maybe try to bring the rhino in, which would be great for a great food boost for his economy. Food Please is bringing in another rhino. He has one directly under his town center. but be careful to not lose a villager. Okay. He has not gone for loom yet, so he had a good start. But he's still 3 villages, 4 villages even behind of Peterhost. Because he has only 3 fishing ships, Peter has 4 and Herr has also 4. Jesse has even 5, but he's starting to fish the shorefish, which you never want to with the fishing ships because it's too slow, and also the fishing ships are now taking the shorefish off the dock villager, so this villager will get idle in a moment. Yeah. Peterhouse bringing in another cow for the food. And Peter is 6 villages ahead of Herr Acker, and even 4 ahead of Food Please. It's a great start here. You can hear them screaming in the back. This even has a very nice mill position. Maybe you should start with the ibex because it's a little bit faster than gathering berries. But for the uptime it should be perfectly fine. He's now going for loom and curing fuel age. In the meanwhile, Foodpiece is started also to cure loom. He will be able to have the 500 food easily, but he's missing the second building, but it's perfectly timed and he should be able to click up right now. If we have a look at Jesse is already the first, as we are used to, up to fuel age. He's but now going for the gold, but he won't have the resources to click up to castle age because he's lacking 150 wood for the 2 buildings and 100 gold and 200 food. So the food shouldn't be a problem, but what is he even doing? He's migrating his fishing ships into the nowhere. He has a lot of fish to the right of his dock, but I have no idea. He's scouting the shoreline with 5 fishing ships, so that's maybe not the best idea to idle all of your fishing ships. Meanwhile, Peter is still leading with 5 villages for Jesse and Herr Acker, and even 4 more than Foodplease has. Peter has gone for some outposts and a lovely tower in the back of Herr Acker's woodland. Perfect location here. It's even hard to build it down, and now Foodplease is in fuel age. So let's see what the players are up to. Jesse is redocking next to Herr Acker's dock. He could have just built the dock down here. He has a beautiful location, but he's only fishing. No, he's not even fishing. All his fishing ships, all these fishing ships from Jesse are idle, are migrating everywhere on the map, but are not useful. He's even building more fishing ships now. His fire gully is idle. And Herr Acker is squeezed out by both towers. Yeah, this tower is good because he gains his woodland. But Foot is coming forward for another tower, and this tower is still shooting at the deer hunters. And Foot is walling this tower in with stone walls. So Herr Acker would have to build a tower on top of this hill. But I don't think that he has the resources, therefore, yes, right, he has only 70 wood. Now he's trying to escape somewhere. He's idling 5 villagers in this tower, and once this tower of Foodplease is up, it's really hard for him to recover because he has lost all of the food access underneath his town center. Chase is way too slow in attacking the other players' fishing economy. He was up so early in fuel age, but he's not managed to attack right now, which is a huge misplay in my mind. because if you are up so early, your castle age time is delayed anyways, and you have to go up to fuel to castle age very late, and you have to go up in water and kill the water economy of the other players, because they basically can focus on stone, on wood, and they don't even need to go for food, so they can use their resources to fully attack, and no need for food for villager production or going up to castle age. You can see it here. Peterhost is already up to castle age. This is the reason why he had a fully booming water economy with 6 fishing ships running all the time, while Jesse's fishing ships are now working again, but they are driving around the maps for like 5 minutes, and Herr Acker is losing more and more ground, even gets walled in here by food police. There are some lovely bullfights. I think Herr Acker is overreacting a little bit and now misclicking heavily by the bullfights, because he's fighting villagers with 7 and 6 villagers. There's some idols here he got for some laming, but I don't think that affects food police heavily and changes something into the game, because it's just a waste of resources at this point. Now I think Gummy Bear is playing. There are the knights for Peter, so Herr Acker's population dropped to 25. Peter has idled, or he was up to castle age, so he's only 36, but still more than 10 villagers. Food is going for another tower onto Herr Acker's base. In the meanwhile, what is Jesse doing? Jesse is going up to castle age, but he's not fighting at water, he's just booming friendly. He has some fire gullies protecting his own fishing ships with no need, because no one is attacking his fishing ships. Now finally he's moving forward for food, please fish, but he should have done this for like 10 minutes ago.
Are you seeing? Yes. Great. I lost all 4 rupees.
So there's the next tower coming up, attacking the only wood line Herr Acker has left. Let's see how Herr Acker is managing the situation. Now I can't click. Okay, now this slow converse is gone. Herr Acker is 170 wood, but no stone for a counter tower, and I think he has to battle down. Now the knights are in Jesse's base. Let's see if he sees it rather right. Finally he's attacking the fishing ship of food police. He should have done this, like I mentioned, way earlier. Now the knights of Peter do already have +1 attack and +1. Now they do have +1 defense, so they can stay a little bit under the town center of Jesse. Herr Acker is still migrating and walling himself in. Yeah, it's Foodbeast doing. Foodbeast has 33 villagers, even more than Jesse. Jesse's now clearing up the knights with his cameras. So well done here. He has a double stable cameras. With the Hindustanis do have really powerful cameras, but he has to find these villagers now from Foodbeast, and this would be very juicy for the team of JesseTheEmperor, because these are 9 villagers. If he sees it, he's just passing. Jesse, you have to see it, and Foodbeast is 9 villagers down, and you won't have a tower or a castle in your neck. You had the opportunity there. Now Acker is running underneath the tower again, and it's completely exhausted. Acker is dropping to 24 villagers, and Jesse had the opportunity to deny this castle so easily. But in the meanwhile, the camels are raiding at the goals, and now he has to focus on the pikemen and then attack the villagers again, because otherwise the pikemen are clearing up the camels. But Footpiece is losing everything, but in the meanwhile a second castle is coming up to the right of Footpiece castle, and I'm not sure. Jesse should send his gathering point forward. Herr Acker is now finally almost near to have the resources to click up the castle age. But Jesse, what does Jesse do to this castle? Nothing. He decides to attack the castle foundation of Footpiece, and his camels are even getting killed by the spearmen while they are doing nothing. And if Jesse has seen the villagers coming forward, because he has paused them right away, this castle would have never been appointed. It would never have been possible. Acker is now deciding to go for a lumber camp directly next to the castle of Peterhost. Maybe he can chop one layer of trees without getting shot. Footpiece population has dropped to 23 villages, but the camels of Jesse doing great work. Footpiece is interestingly going for some houses over there with 9 villages, and no need of building houses because he has 24 population and only there's a population limit of 65, so at this point maybe not quite necessary to build 5 houses with 9 villages. But Herr Acker is losing a lot. Herr Acker is dropping to only 10 villagers because of the knights of Peterhost. So Herr Acker is basically GG. Does he even has left a few villagers? I mean, if these villagers cut these trees, they will get shot by the castle of Peterhost. I don't know if he remembers or sees it. And now Jesse is raiding Peterhost, so very nice here. Footpiece with another castle drop onto Jesse's back on the woodline. Hopefully he sees it, because otherwise all his economy gets destroyed. He has a lot of camels to deny this easily. Easily could have denied the next castle onto his face, but he's deciding to run away with the camels and raid Peter. Peter has seen this, so if Jesse pays a little bit more attention to his army control, then he easily could have killed 12 to 20 villagers onto the stone, to 13 villagers. Falling in his opponent and then losing even more, but Jesse is losing so many villages to this unnecessary castle. So he could easily won this fight with all his camels. Now he's losing all the camels at the base of Peterhost. Peterhost has lost over 10 villagers, but Jesse has lost maybe 15 camels. I don't think this trade is worth it. At this point you should just retreat, go to the stone. He hasn't even found the stone where he was passing right before. Footpiece has still only 23 villagers. Jesse has some idols as well, 11 idols for Jesse. Peter has 14, so the raids were quite effective, but Jesse should just go for the stone, not underneath the town center. Now he's focusing the villagers again. So Jesse is doing quite well in this game. He has even the highest score, but at this point his economy is completely raided. So this castle will devastate him. He could easily defend all of these 3 castles here. The wall never got up.
That's what I'm saying. I was keeping down for you.
Now Peter House is going for a panic castle into his own base to defend from the camels, but the camels are devastating. Peter is dropped to 34 villagers. He had over 15 before, but JesseTheEmperor in the meanwhile is losing so many to these castles. It's just producing 3, 4, 5 camels, send them forward to raid, and yes, that's quite effective, but it's not the way I can see Jesse is winning the game, because he's losing too much ground at home. Now he's even repairing the town center. So is he up to the next stage? No, he is not. He's idling his town center. So if you repair the town center, it's double as expensive as other buildings. It costs double the resources than it would normally cost to build. Now Herr Acker is showing that Jesse finally has to attack on water, getting active here. Now both of the players switching to pikemen or spearmen. I think Jesse has to switch into another unit here, and now an army of petards of Peter Host is coming to battle down the town center of Herr Acker. Let's have a quick look. Oh, easily was enough, and now he's sending them backwards to the castle. I have no idea what's the plan with the remaining petards, but Herr Acker has 16 villagers, so not a lot left. Meanwhile, the laming of Herr Acker was completely useless, because there's so many resources left on the map, and Hublis could just easily walk 5 files further to get another resource. Now the second town center is getting destroyed with the petards, and maybe one stable of Jesse as well. No, the stable survives, but now the castle fires at the stable, and I think Jesse is broken at this point. Jesse's defense. He will find more villages if he sees it from her Footbliss has recovered to 30 villages, but he's dropping again, and he's doing only pikemen. So Jesse really needs to transit into something else, because Peter I think is switching into pikemen too. So the only positive thing on the play from Jesse and Herr Acker at the moment is the water economy. So this is quite well, but you don't want your fish to collect shorefish, because you can see here how slow it is with 6 fishing ships. And now Jesse he has denied the castle of Footbliss here, but what does he have left? He has 16 villagers. The game is completely over. Completely. Jesse could have had the opportunity to deny all these castles and get a really good economy growing up. If he had paid attention to his camels, but it wasn't the case, and so Jesse's got completely wrecked by the pet house and the castles. A funny game to watch, but yeah, painful, because Jesse had the opportunity to win this game with his loads of camels, but he hasn't paid attention, and then his eco got wrecked by 2 or 3 castles. No. Now Jesse's finally fighting the fire galley of Peter Host. Okay, is Jesse's not attacking the fire galley, he was attacking the dock, and this is why he's losing the fire ship, and Herr Acker is even losing the transport ships. Let's have a look if something is in there. No, it's the water buffalo wasn't there. Now panic galley of Herr Acker is coming out. Galleys in low numbers are not useful, so that's the problem with galleys. You have to have the numbers and micro them, otherwise the galleys get easily wrecked by the fire galley. with no movement, and now Herr Acker is fleeing to a army of pikemen and to Letis. Yep. Herr Acker and Jesse combined have the village amount of food, please. Yeah, we are waiting basically for the GG. I even can't find any economy of Team Jesse and Herr Acker. So yeah, the water economy, but that's basically it. I mean, do they even have villagers left? 9 villagers. Yeah, but you have 9 pop, so it's only the fishing ships. So Herr Acker is completely destroyed on land. In the meanwhile, let's have a look. Jesse has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fishing ships here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So both of the players only have.
one village.
No, you don't. Where?
Oh, there, the left. It's just building a market.
Ah, one village was left, so I miscounted. Awesome. Let's have a quick look to the stats. Acker got squeezed in, and Jesse never could compare the damage they've done to Acker, and so the game was one direction. So, see you to the next game.